Hello, everyone, and welcome to this winner's bracket round 2 race between Riley and Alfalfa. Um, I'm joined today with trackers Dieseler and Tenacious Toad, and on commentary today we have Mathamat and The Malware. Take it away with our brand new stats page.
Thank you for the introduction, Emma Reniel. I'm really hyped for this great matchup, Riley versus Alfalfa, one of our keyboard players. Are you feeling the same, Malware?
Yeah, it's going to be really good. I forget that, I'm pretty new to the scene, so I forget that we have keyboard players, and that's impressive to watch every time. And it looks like between the two, they've raced 16 times against each other in the same races.
16 races, with Riley having the best of Alfalfa with the 10-6 lead. But on the other statistics, it's pretty even. So.
Yeah. In their last 10 races, Riley's had top one and Alpha's had 2 first places. And it's looking pretty strong.
Riley, of course, being a winner of one of the qualifiers. So I would definitely give Riley the favorite today, also because he's the better seed. But Alfalfa is definitely capable of taking away the win today.
Definitely. I'm excited to see what the seed has in store for us today.
And we are off, spawning in Kakariko Village.
Just out of the graveyard. Okay, interesting.
Alfalfa with the chicken play. Get your chickens in the chat, people.
Already, I love it.
The opinions on whether this is a good play are very mixed. If it's, of course, an important item, it's a very good start.
I think the fact that they spawned in Kakariko might be just that hint, Check the chickens, everyone.
You can also do a couple of checks on the way that you don't have to do as an adult. So it definitely makes some sense to do it right now.
Definitely.
On the other hand, your spawn is here, so you can basically do it whenever you want to do it. So these are the trade-offs that runners are making. Riley just opting to go for the safe play, just rush long range, see from there.
Yeah, definitely a good plan. And so our runners started with a gem in the song Storms? No, Sun Song, sorry.
Yeah, we don't have a very rich start with Stone and the Sun Song.
No, but that must mean there's definitely something in the Sun Song grave, without a doubt, right?
Yeah, they basically ran the wrong way from the start. They should have just gone the Sun Song grave. Although you have to wait for nighttime, otherwise you might not be able to remove the stones.
Yep.
So most runners have their plans for the early game. They are, of course, very experienced. They have seen basically every spawn a couple of times already. Riley just following his plan of doing long range.
Yep. And Kakariko so far not looking too helpful for Alfalfa.
Prelude on the Riley side is always nice to have.
That's a great song to find.
It saves a lot of hiking. Ace changing is not as expensive as it normally is. And Alfalfa talking to one of the boys.
Yeah, he's just getting his sweat on, going up and down the stairs over there. Had to interrupt him for a little break. Oh, Bloopy with the chickens. Unfortunate.
The classic Bloopy at Anju. You hate to see it.
All that work for $5.
Technically, it could also have been an ammo upgrade. They'd all turn into Bloopies if you don't have the corresponding items yet.
Oh, true.
That doesn't make it any better, though. Okay, let's see on the pedestal what dungeons we have to do. Spirit, Dodongo, and then it was too fast for my eyes to keep up.
Yeah, that's all I saw too. But we'll get those up for everyone.
And Riley is spawning as an adult on a place where you cannot really get as an adult. Back of market.
Yep, that's not the best, especially for Prelude, but I guess Prelude's good for Child at this point, though.
There's a bomb bag on 40 Skulls on Riley's side.
Oh boy.
Lost Woods being foolish, and GTG, I believe, on the path to Baronade.
$40 Skulls. Gotta love it. I wonder if that's our first logical bomb.
I've been in the community long enough to realize that this is possibly one of our first bomb bags. Recently, I think there was a seed where 50 was the first bomb bag. So yeah, the skulls are already on the minds of the runners.
Yes, definitely.
But they might also try to cheese it by buying chews at some point, or just opening small chests for some chew packs.
Oh wow, Rainiel did the first 50 bomb bag too. Very nice.
Now Riley repeating after Alfalfa, but then as adult.
Yep. The added benefit there is to, I guess, avoid doing chickens as a kid.
Alright, let's have a closer look at our medallions. We have Deku as a forest medallion, which gives us an extra song. Dodongo as the fire medallion. Water, Jabu, Shadow, and Spirit to finish it up.
It's a lot of, well, Shadow and Spirit are the same. That's, well, not really, I guess. Shadow's vanilla, at least.
And was also vanilla is the light arrow cutscene. So once we get the Jabu and the Shadow medallions, we have an extra check on Temple of Time.
Yep. And the vanilla Song of Storms. Gotta love to see that. Could push our runners toward a bottom of the well play.
And you see already Alfalfa getting one of the skulls that normally people would skip, but since they have the hint, it makes sense to do it.
Yep.
Although I'm not 100% sure whether Alfalfa already got the hint, so we might just opt to get it without knowing the bomb bag location.
Yeah, I think since he hasn't gone toward the Temple of Time yet, he hasn't seen that hint.
Given that we don't have very exciting songs yet in terms of checks, we might be in for an AD as well.
That's a possibility. I think it's a little too early to call, but hey, that's what we all want, right?
Everyone in chat is here for the AD, so let's just type it up. It's always AD until it isn't, right?
Yeah. Always AD. Definitely go to ice as soon as possible.
Ocarina was Bolero. Okay, that still doesn't really rule out the AD. Although you need fire for AD, so then yeah, actually it does.
I'm getting a Dampy race. I wonder what he'll provide for us today.
But also interesting is the valley play on the alfalfa side. I know that a lot of runners prefer to skip it in the early game, which can cause lots of diversion.
But when it pays out, it really pays out on those early dips into valley.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to beat the higher seeds, just to go valley and get your item, which locks the rest of the game.
But it's just a couple bloopies. It looks like oh, sorry, it was Burning Village is the minuet.
Yeah, and Forest being a stone, that doesn't really mean that it's an important song. It's always nice to have.
Yeah, it's one of those easy travel kind of songs.
Do we have a prize for Ponsari? He apparently got the dungeons right.
Nice.
Weren't those the fire arrows on alfalfa side?
I think so. It's hard to tell. Ah, yes, I remember that song as well. Great song.
And Riley just after the prelude makes all that possible. Otherwise, he wouldn't have changed ages twice already in this point in the game. Runners haven't been to Kokiri Forest yet, so we are not sure what Midos is hoarding today.
Oh, we got Lens of Truth in child shooting range.
So we are one magic away from chat spamming lefts and rights.
Yes. That's all I want to see.
And I'm always intrigued to see whether Riley is opting to read the second hintstone here.
Yeah, looks like just the first.
Sometimes you have to wait for nighttime, and then you can read the second hintstone. But of course, with Sunsong, this is a faster way too.
Yeah, now he's gonna get check what Richard's mom's got for us.
And Riley is doing Richard the Dog. He is known for liking Richard the Dog. All his emotes on his channel are variations of Richard the Dog.
Paying out per usual, just a nice 5 rupees.
And we are glad that all the trackers were here on time to mark all the important items that we find so far.
Yeah, I wonder where. I guess Kokiri might be the play for now, with all the big items. I was joking around before the stream that maybe Mito's got all progression, so maybe I'm right. We'll see.
But you also mentioned that after Midos we could be in go mode. I'm not seeing that so far.
I highly doubt that one. So that would be interesting. The speed run, just a instant go mode.
If you want to see something fast, then you should watch Ice Percent. Do you know what it is?
No, I've never heard of it actually.
So approximately 1 month ago, a couple of runners decided to do a couple of Ice Percent races, where the goal was to reach the song in Ice Cavern.
Oh, I see. That's fun.
So there were a couple of races where the bottle was in Kokiri and Zelda's Lullaby was just in the windmill, and then they could already rush all the way to the to Ice Cavern.
Wow, that's really fast.
Fluflus might be the world record holder now with 14 minutes, unless I missed a faster race. So Riley is taking a look into bottom of the well without ZL, without the bomb back.
It's a bold strategy. But there are a good couple checks here.
The benefit of CSMC is that you can at least peek all the checks that are bomb locked. So you will have the information on all the big chests, except for 2 chests that are locked behind ZL, the Dead Hand room.
Yep. And already with a big chest in there. There's strength in bottom of the well, and I missed what Alfalfa just found.
There was a hookshot in my
hookshot. There it is. Okay, there was progression. What do you know?
So trackers, it is time to wake up. I think they already have marked all their things, so they're on top of it. Things as always.
And I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, bottom of the well is stacked. Kinda.
Was that a spirit on the way to Bongo? Yes, it was.
Yep.
I do get some flashbacks towards the race that happened 2 days ago. If you still want to watch it, then maybe I shouldn't spoil what happened. That also involved an early bottom of the well play.
Oh, was it beneficial to go to bottom of the well?
Yes, and it was also beneficial to go there back a second time before doing everything else.
Wow. Gotta love those logic seeds where you have to dip into dungeons twice.
So Alfalfa is going to Sacred Forest Meadow. See what song we will get there.
That's a good plan.
Also, a good point by chat. We already have all our stick upgrades.
Yeah, so they don't need the Kokiri sword at all, right? Except for the whole Deku medallion thing.
I always love to have stick upgrades. It makes it so much easier to play the game. Also, you don't have to farm before Jabu.
Definitely. Oh, there's Spirit. Requiem Spirit. That might be a good find right now.
Yeah, and it's also worth playing the song immediately to see what you can find there in Child Spirit. Although alfalfa does not have the slingshot to be able to do a couple of checks there.
Yeah, and alfalfa has not gone to adult side yet, so he's missing a few of the checks that Riley has gotten.
At least alfalfa found the Baron Lost Woods hint, so he's not going to full clear it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy, are we seeing a long shot on Big Goron?
Wow. Gotta love it.
DC to King Dodongo, that's also a very interesting hint to get. That means either the bomb back is in DC or something that locks the bomb back is in DC. So does that mean we are hoping for a boomerang in DC for skull logic?
Maybe. Does make sense.
I think there's your Sun Song grave.
Oh, here's the check. Actually, no, I think we had yeah, Riley checked it earlier.
Yeah, we've seen it on Riley's side already. Fire Foolish, that's very nice to see.
Oh, definitely.
And choose for Riley, that's pretty big.
No far back fire plays for these runners today, which is very nice.
Well, fire is actually a stone, Ginger Sunny, so I'm expecting not to see fire at all today. Wasn't Bolero on OT confirmed? I'm sorry to disappoint you, chat, but today it's very unlikely that we see AD. I don't think we see fire at all.
Yeah, no fire at all. I guess there's a chance progression could be in forest, but yeah, no fire or forest for the most part.
So alfalfa with the slingshot on the way to Spirit Child, which is on the path to Bongo.
Who would have thought those stone golem creatures that wake up and they're all stone are affected by Deku nuts?
Riley has to watch out that he doesn't die here. That was very close. Also, I remember that Riley found the Grudo Valley foolish at some point, so alfalfa doing those checks is losing a bit of time on that.
Yep.
Early game works out slightly better for Riley at this point, getting those hints on the right times. So to answer your question, Segway, items that unlock new checks can never be foolish. So because the third strength always opens one more check, it can never be foolish.
That piece of art reminds me that these runners both do not have a lot of health at the moment.
That is one of the quirks of CSMC. People don't open small chests, which these runners have done so far. You might end up with very low health.
It's definitely a nail-biting situation in certain cases.
Riley's screen is freezing for me a little bit, so I haven't seen what the big chest contained.
Yeah, I'm a little out of sync at the moment. I'm just going to do a refresh.
Alright, so Riley found a bow there in Kokiri Forest Storm Grotto. That's also pretty big.
That's huge.
It's very unclear when Alfalfa goes back for that.
I think we had the Minuet hint. I'm trying to remember where it was exactly, but Minuet was kind of hard to get.
It is some burning keg, indeed.
That's, yep.
And Alfalfa also is getting the bad news that the bomb bag is on 40 skulls.
That's only exciting news, of course.
The bow, he's found all important hints before he does any checks in the foolish areas. You can basically look at their trackers and conclude the same.
Yep.
Okay, 30 is dead.
30 is dead.
Maybe we knew that already.
But to get to 40, you need 30, so if you ever need arrows, I guess.
There's a joke going on in the community that's called NA aim, which means that players from North America are bad at aiming with bows and slingshots, etc.
That's fair.
And Riley happens to be Canadian, so that does apply to him as well.
Oh, he'll need those extra arrows then. Good.
That's my point, yes, indeed.
Yeah, I thought that was like a CSGO joke.
That's one thing I didn't know. Doing the checks the other player already did.
Yep, pretty much just routing each other's directions now.
There we have a second look at the fire arrows. So we are looking for maybe 1 or 2 more items, and then we can do some dungeons.
Storm was vanilla, by the way.
So at this point, Riley also has seen the Dodongo's cavern path to King Dodongo hint. So he might use his strength to go to DC and see if he can find the bomb back there.
It's not a bad idea.
Instead, he chooses to go to Child Spirit, which of course is also a very sensible choice given the path hint.
It would be quite a hike up to... Well, I guess you can save and quit back to CAC and then walk up.
And on the right side, we have alfalfa going river. We get to see some new checks.
I have a feeling the river's going to have something good at least.
Riley tried to pick the check on the right hand. It was always hard to see. I think it was a small chest. Some psychological warfare going on in chat with Heidi and Ikola. They're playing later today.
Yep. Very nice.
What items are required for Go mode? I suppose quite a lot. We need to have the Jabu starter pack, Rutos and Boomerang.
Mirror shield, I believe. Yep.
Mirror shield, indeed. Bombs, we don't have. So yeah, it's a bit too early to think about Go mode.
Oh, there's a wallet.
So we can buy ourselves a Goron tunic for Foolish Fire Stone.
Yeah, the bow was in Kokiri Song of Storms. And 50 Skull's dead. There we go.
My internet has some occasional hiccups. I believe I was away for a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, you were for just a second. It's all good. I think I'm a couple seconds behind on Alfalfa's stream at least. And then a couple ahead on Riley's, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, their timers are about 12 to 15 seconds apart.
Ah, there we go. Solid refresh. We're all set.
Indeed, that looks much better. So Riley's on 8 skulls right now. Of course, he hasn't had the opportunity to collect too much at this point in the game. Of course, it's very impressive to think about alfalfa doing all of this on a keyboard.
Yeah, definitely.
First couple of seeds that I played, I was also playing on a keyboard, but there were definitely a couple of areas in the game where it was very awkward to do the things you needed to do. The prize for this tournament is eternal fame and glory. And 1 year of bragging rights.
Oh, custom roll in Discord. That's the important part. Ooh. Alfalfa getting his Song of Storms.
Which is very important because it holds the first strength. And the bow.
Yes. And a bow.
So dipping bottom of the well early, or at least getting storms early, was the play so far this seed.
I wonder if part of Alfalfa's routing is because of keyboard as well. I'm assuming it must be.
So what routing decisions do you think he is making differently then?
Just how heavily he stayed on, checking child checks, and then doing a very heavy adult check as well. Seems like Riley has swapped back and forth a little more often.
Yeah, that is definitely true. However, I'm not sure how that would, how the keyboard.
I have no idea.
Seeing by
It
the
was just a
keyboard
thought.
would be yeah.
Good point.
Riley is indeed changing ages left and right.
I don't know, man. It's all about the sick keyboard lineups. That's what it is. I don't know. Just kidding.
We haven't found GL yet. I wonder when it's going to show up.
Yeah, Jax, you're right. Absolutely.
I imagine that Riley is heading to Dongos now. That's
Now I wonder where those bombs are going to be.
this is also the moment where we know whether skull hunting is still important.
Speaking of sick lineups.
Green, is that the same on your side? That might be our path on Alfalfa side. There's a big chest here.
Yep.
A scale, okay. What are you trying to tell us, Seed?
Hmm.
Just what if you need some skulls from fire logically to beat this game? Try to find a way.
I don't think that's the hint, but we'll see.
I'm just trying to think of a way how we can end up in Fire Temple this seed, because chat wants AD so much. What if they're just, let's say, 40 or 41 skulls in logic, if you also take a couple in fire?
That could be the case. Yeah, we'll try.
Well, I just spoke fire into existence meta, so I'm not sure if my commentary skills have evolved so much that I can speak things into existence. I'm trying, okay? Good point by chat. It can still be AD for fire, of course, if we need a bolero song for the bean, planting the bean as child.
That would be extremely trolly.
And that's actually a vanilla bomb bag, so unfortunately we're done with the skull hunting. I'm sure we found a hint before, but I'm just noticing that Frox 2 is holding the big orange sword. So that marks the end of the skull race. We're just going to finish our dungeon, and then Riley might be going to forest. Oh no, it's a stone.
There's always hope on 10 and 20, right?
Yeah, 10 and 20 should not be any problem for those runners.
Yeah, definitely not.
They're already around 10 because they were collecting skulls from the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, health is very strong now.
So maybe let's take a moment to think about where our runners might go next.
Yeah, I mean, they know GTG is Hero's Path.
That's a good point. Riley has a Requiem, so he can traverse out of logic through a cross wasteland and go to GTG.
Right, they do need a long shot or horse to get across, so it's... There's a bottle. A nice blue potion for your troubles.
I was waiting for the first ice rushers to show up in chat.
There it is.
Unfortunately, we don't have hover boots and we don't have ZL, so we are not able to get there. This would not be a good seed for ice percent.
No. Very slow seed, ice percent. Do it anyway. I love it. There's always, I guess, a chance that, oh, never mind. I was about to say lullabies never. No, that's not, no.
Alfalfa is giving us our first peek in the Goron maze.
Not a whole lot on this half. A shield that he already has. Maze is dead.
So what might Alfalfa be doing? He might just have to go back child in order to make any progression here.
I think so. Let's see what Link the Goron, or Abolish the Goron, has for him. Just a nice recovery heart, very nice.
Thorns check there, and then he will also have a bow.
Behind on his.
Alfalfa will soon be able to pick up the Bolero song. Not the song itself, of course, but the song that is located on the Bolero location. And this is where we might lose a couple of viewers, because we realize that it's definitely not AD anymore.
Definitely not AD.
So if you are still in chat, then consider yourself a real fan, even watching the non-AD seeds.
Is that magic I see?
That was definitely a magic.
Oh boy. That's a good find.
And with the skill, the fire arrows are in logic, so we do have a fire source. Yes, Burning Keg was indeed Minuet.
Yep.
So it's waiting for the Kokiri sword that will unlock our GL. We're also wondering where we will find our claim check or our frogs or our prescription that will unlock our long shot.
Yeah. Which, hey, that's a fun, that's fun that we have to wait for that long. It's not all dungeons, but we gotta find a frog.
It would be something if Rudo's letter would be locked behind the trade quest, because then we need to unfreeze King Zora.
I can see that, yeah.
So their wallet is possibly still important. And with that Epona song, GGG is now actually in Logic. So that would be, I consider that a good play for Riley at this point. GTG is clearly way more beneficial for Riley than for alfalfa, especially if there happens to be a second strength in GTG.
Hey, there's a boomerang.
That's a boomerang indeed.
Very nice. Just need a letter and we got Jabu taken care of.
It helps also with the skulls they don't need anymore.
Definitely.
I'm assuming that Riley is also heading to GGG. It makes so much sense for him. Might hand in the bottle first.
Scale in the grotto, very nice.
It's always nice when either the irons or the scale is there. It makes for very...
I think we lost you for a second there, but...
Yeah, my internet is not feeling that great today, so I'm having a hard time keeping up with the streams.
Ah. That's okay, for some reason alfalfa is always behind for me. Even after refreshing. That's no big deal. I'll just do callouts 10 seconds late, it's fine.
It's all, of course, way too early to call any new victors, and there's still a lot of things that can happen. So far, it's been looking very great for Riley.
Yeah, Riley has some good path in this early game, at least.
I think it's a strong point of both of these runners to think about the logic and to decide on where to go next. Alfalfa is keeping us commentators always on top of things when Alfalfa is just watching like everyone else.
A double range boomerang and OOT, huh? That's an interesting idea. I'm not really sure how that would work out, though.
Yeah, I'm also wondering what else that brings you. Are there any sculptulas that you might reach? So Alfalfa is cleverly doing a small detour before actually heading to GTG. Everything helps at this point to make GTG a nicer experience.
Absolutely. Seems like Riley's doing the... I couldn't tell it was on top of the fortress.
I also missed it. was watching alfalfa's side for a second there.
I'm assuming he was checking that, so it might not be up with a big chest. Hard to tell.
Yeah, with CSMC enabled, it's actually a common strategy to let yourself get caught so that you can have a better look at the chest there.
Bug chest. Ugh. Definitely avoid that. Nothing important up there.
Is the bug chest chest that looks like a bug bottle? It's like a CSMC to the next level?
Yeah, that must be it. Just get free bug bottle.
It's always one little annoyance when I'm checking lab roof, that when you climb up you cannot really see the item unless you actually stand on the ledge. For some reason Link is blocking the visual path to the item.
Of course. It's a bloopy. But yeah, I'm a couple seconds behind on that one.
Okay, now Riley can show us whether he has any aim today or whether he is just gaming.
It's looking like he's got it.
That looks like an easy 1500 on Riley's side.
Definitely. Making it look easy. Oh, you know what? Wasteland is in logic with the Lens of Truth. Wait, I just need the long shot though, right?
You do need a long shot or the hovers for to actually be in level. But these runners are not worrying about that. This game is actually very awkward to play if you really want to stay in logic all the time. If you want to stay in logic all the time, you actually have to use your keys in the worst possible way.
Boy, don't I know that.
So usually for newer players always struggle with the stealth foes. Once you get better at the game, you actually realize that the Dinal foes and the Lizel foes are the enemies you should be worried about.
Yeah, definitely as a kid, realizing that Deku Nuts are actually useful, I think most people didn't realize they were actually useful.
Well, the peeking in the maze has begun. Is Riley able to see what's in the back? We don't have Song of Time, so we have to make the so-called loop-de-loop. It's actually a very smart trick by Alfalfa. Just follow the ledge so that you're on the edge. That the Scarecrow is easier to hookshot.
That's a great strategy. Oh, there's Zora Tunic, okay.
Not an item you really want to see at this point.
Let's go mode, definitely. Zora Tunic, let's go.
It's clearly a nice to have for the fashion-minded people in our community. Haven't seen much good yet in GTG so far.
No, but that hint is definitely saying that you need to do something here. Oh, there it is.
That's a strength too. Okay, that's actually pretty big for Riley again.
That's huge.
Because now Riley gets to complete GTG more than Alfalfa will be able to.
And that's unfortunate for Alfalfa because he doesn't have his bow either.
Okay, I think we should refresh because we are apparently going to have a stream.
I see. No, we're just we're mind readers. We're psychics. We can see the future, guys. Ooh.
Okay, we have just refreshed and we hope that that solves the issue of being far ahead on time.
Pepperoni, that contains spoilers. I'm not going to spoil this game for myself. I would never.
So yeah, what does Alfalfa actually need to turn this game around? Do we need a big casino in the end, where Alfalfa just happens to get to his item before Riley?
I think so. That's tough.
Just skipping bottom of the well has basically ruined his chances so far. And then missing also the bow in Kokiri Forest, Gordo.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hard one to find too. He did most of Kokiri already. I think he would only go back to check that once he has the Kokiri sword.
This is also, I think, a type of siege where Riley really shines. He somehow, if those items are tricky to find, he manages to route all the good checks in and manages to, yeah, start a good lead.
Definitely. I appreciate Alfalfa's frustration a little bit.
This has not been a nice experience, no.
Gotta go back to child.
We are over 1 hour in the race, so we're happy 1 hour. And Alfalfa hasn't found strength, hasn't found a bow.
Minuet is on... We have the hint. It's on Burning Village.
Is that alfalfa dipping Child's Play a second time? That's really painful to see. That means
Wow.
that really means something has gone wrong. But yeah, in his position, what else can you do? All the options are not really that tempting.
French mirror, huh? Very, very nice. Good find for Riley. Yeah, Spirit is pretty stacked, it seems like. And hovers too, yeah, that's amazing.
Then that fulfills our path to Bongo.
Right, because they have Nocturne as well. Actually, where was Nocturne again? I'm trying to remember.
Could it have been Saria's song? Oh, it was Colossus.
It was Colossus, yeah, makes sense.
So Riley will be able to full clear Spirit and extend his lead to actually one medallion.
Yeah, it is definitely a huge lead for Riley, but this race is not over by any means.
Yeah, you gotta think that only a big casino in the end is likely to bring alfalfa back in the game.
Yep.
Because if everything is just on the way from here, then alfalfa does not really have a chance anymore.
Hopefully this reset means he's gonna go back and try bottom of the well at this point. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Just a song. Oh, yeah, we are looking for Din's Fire as well. There's still some chance here for a couple trolley sections, but
Yeah, that's clearly Din's in Spirit Temple. So we have the full Shadow pack here.
oh yeah, it's Inspiracy.
And Shadow giving another dozen checks with a lot of possible items. It's starting to look really, really good for Riley.
Kikirian's Shadow might be an interesting play.
I believe that's one thing we haven't seen, is that the Reader's Grotto.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the seed is indeed pretty nuts. one big mistake, or one small mistake in the early game can basically ruin your entire routing.
Yeah, here's bottom of the wall play for alfalfa.
And he'll at least get one of his 2 items that he's missing that are so important to make any progression in this. So you may have noticed we do have some slight technical difficulties, but we're trying the best we can. Should be all synced up now.
One thing that alfalfa has going for him, though, is he does have bombs in the bottom of the well now. There just happens to be a check in here that might all work out.
Alfalfa does have a bomb bag, which Riley did not have when he came here. I don't think he will be able to use it to his advantage. And that's 1 medallion for Riley.
Another one.
Another one indeed. Well, the most obvious follow-up is going to Shadow. There's not really any reason to do anything else in the meanwhile.
Yep, that's right where he's going, I believe.
It's always good to get these long dungeons out of the way first. The end game is can be pretty fast.
Especially if we have progression in Shadow. If we suddenly find a Kakiri sword, then we're doing pretty well for ourselves.
Yeah, we do need the Kokiri sword for Deku, for the medallion, for the fourth medallion, for the ZL also. Alfalfa going to be relieved that at least he found the strength to be able to... But actually he cannot really do much with that strength.
Yeah, not quite yet. But finding the first strength is always good.
He really needs that bow to find the second strength and to follow Riley in his bonkers progression so far.
This is the first check of Bomb True Bowling. Okay, another nice Poe.
Always fun when a dog decides to stick around.
Oh, we already got our guesses for Lens of Truth.
Well, there's actually something to say for just leaving the hammer here, because why would we need it?
True.
I think this is actually just a pure time loss. There is, of course, the hammer rocks and maybe one or two more random checks that can hold something. So yeah, picking it up is probably the right choice.
And here's the lens of truth check. Alright, we got it right. There goes all the left guesses already. Right, left. Right, left, 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 right. Did not. Oh, did you get that guess? I didn't see you there.
You mean the item on alfalfa side?
Yeah.
It was just a red rupee, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunate, but no, I was trying to see the who was guessing for the mini game in the chat.
Did someone get it right?
Yeah, I guess Ponsari got it.
Ponsari is just was also right with the medallions. The bow was in Kokiri Forest Storm's Grotto, of all places.
Yeah, Lost Woods is foolish, but Kokiri Forest not quite foolish.
So Riley managed to just dip bottom of the well early, so he got his strength. He also managed to route in all the storms checks, which brought him his bow also pretty early, and that was basically the start of his what looks to be an insurmountable lead. Now, Lost Woods is actually barren, not Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, it was Lost Woods. It is unfortunate for Alfalfa. Well, I guess they can still get Storm Grotto.
I do believe that Alfalfa is now on his way to get the bow. He must know that he's not in a good place. Plus locationing a couple of those items.
Yep.
And then to think that Alfalfa actually needs to go back to GTG now to get a second strength. That's also not a play that you really want to make.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. He might just try to walk over to Forest Temple.
That scenario...
just like what people are saying in the chat.
Maybe that's one out for Alfalfa, that he just has to go to Forest and somehow full clears it, finds an item that Riley might not find for a long time.
I'm up for it. Let's get that.
He might also
Irons and Forest. Let's call it right now.
But then again, if the item is just in the courtyard of Forest, then Alfalfa are clearly not happy. So I was saying, if the item in forest is actually in the courtyard, assuming that there is an item, then Riley will also find it pretty early when he's out of checks.
Right.
There's still no trace of any of the trade quest items for our Begone trade quests for the long shot.
That's another good point.
Let's have another look at our paths. Did we fulfill all of them? So we also have a spirit temple to Goma. Still unclear which item leads to the Kiri sword.
And I'm pretty confused with that too. Maybe the hovers, which was hinted for maybe Shadow Temple.
So if the Kokiri sword is not in this room, where could it be then? Because it is locked behind spirit. Are there any hovers lock checks?
There's a big chest. And that's the one. Chat, you guys are so smart.
Yeah, I'm actually just afraid to call any items because apparently we're ahead every time.
Oh yeah, I do see. I think we're a couple seconds ahead on Riley, but that's. I was a couple seconds ahead. My bad.
So the way forward for Riley is even more straightforward than it already was. Just finish Deku, get your song. Let's hope for Alfalfa's sake that there's a good item for him in the deepest of forest, that he might be able to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so too.
So with the random settings leak, they are experimenting with shortcuts to the bosses. So in the random settings leak, you might just be able to rush the boss right now.
I like that idea. Solid experiment.
But you have to do it the old-fashioned way, by going through all the forests, finding all the keys, beating all the pokes.
Hey, we love Forest. Everyone here loves Forest and seeing the whole thing.
Especially Stone Forest.
Without a doubt.
Hey, was that actually a big chest? I guess it wasn't, just a small.
Yeah, just a small.
So Riley is heading to Deku, crossing the Hyrule field.
Yep, that's a good plan.
With Minuet being locked behind Burning Keg, he won't be able to find a better way to get there. Long shot on the biggie. On the way to the piggy.
That is one big Poe. Or big Goron.
So, do we want to make any predictions? Are there going to be more items in Deku?
It wouldn't surprise me at this point.
So we actually are now in a position where we can start to think about go mode. So we know where ZL is. Then we can finish Shadow.
Yep.
We know where Longshot is, but we don't know where the trade quest item lays. And then we need we need Bruto's letter for Jarbu, and then we can finish the game.
That's a big chest in. Wow. Just wow. The absolute bulging biceps of this little Link in Deku Tree right now.
Yeah, that's clearly a strength to strength. So that's alfalfa will not. One thing that is pushing alfalfa back to GTG is the path hint. He was there already before, but he didn't find a good item. But now with the bow, he suspects that he needs to do the bow target or one of the two checks in front.
Yep.
Riley with the 5 head damage boost there. Riley is taking still a couple of skulls. I'm not sure that he's on 20 yet. Or how far away from 20 he is.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Of course the tracker doesn't show tunings.
To make matters worse for alfalfa, his item is not on the first 2 checks here. He needs to go all the way back to target.
And back of the maze was also worthless, right?
I haven't seen any big chests in the back. Riley closing in on a 2 medallion lead.
And 2 medallion lead he has.
On top of making all the good routing choices, his execution also has been on top of the game today.
Definitely. Just making it look easy. Granted, combo is pretty easy.
As demonstrated on the right side, there's plenty of ways to really go out of your way in this seed and not finding your items, but Riley makes it really looking easy from the beginning, actually.
Alpha didn't want to dip all the way into GTG. That's dangerous.
So this area is actually Gerudo Fortress. So this area is not barren. But he does need to go back into GTG. Yeah, it feels like Riley's making all the right choices and Alfalfa is making all the wrong choices so far. And it's not really something he can do anything about, because all the choices that he needs to make are bad.
Yep. Yeah, this has got to be real tough.
You really got a feel for Alfalfa here. He's actually not playing too bad, but he's just unfortunate with where all the items are.
I like the strategy of getting to ready for the 1500 before hitting the pots. It's very nice. And he's leaving the fortress. Uh-oh.
Well, that might be a good sign. He's coming the fortress, so maybe he continues in GTG.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So this is actually fine.
Forgot that's where his save is now.
I made an educated guess. So yeah, bold prediction by me. He's gonna be mad again once he finds the strength.
Absolutely.
I
know I would be.
3+ stabs.
About 1 billion shield presses.
Of course, I haven't seen any of the other, all of the other matches in Season 5 bracket stage so far, but I can imagine this is one of the most wanted.
It does seem, yeah, one of the more one-sided ones. There it is. Bunch of shield presses, but it was just unfortunate routing, I think, but all in all, he's executing very well.
Yeah, Alfalfa's tracking record is clearly, which is probably considered more difficult. Definitely capable of taking wins from the big guys.
Yeah. Oh, he'll just get his shield back, don't worry about that.
In the meanwhile, Riley is already good on his way to take a 3-medallion lead. So, new question, does Riley get one cycle on one go?
Great question. I know what the answer would be if it were me. Certainly not.
You would get what cycle would you be getting? The 10 cycle, the 5 cycle?
Probably like a 35, 36 cycle, somewhere around there.
Yeah, including a couple of fairies.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I believe Riley has to do it without fairies. He might still have the blue potion that we found somewhere on the way.
Bongo is the Shadow Temple. Spirit's the currently the Light Medallion.
And that's Bongo down on Riley's side. That looked to me like the 1 cycle.
It's pretty darn quick.
Just refresh your screen just to be sure you're not ahead, and then the boss is gone.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gone. Alfalfa with the hovers now.
So we are basically looking for 2 more items, which is Rutos and the item for the trading quest. We know where the other items are that we need. For light arrows, we can get the hint. Just to make it a little bit more spicy, I would like to see something on OGC.
That would be great.
And there are Sarias.
Yep. I needed a refresh, 1 sec. There we go.
Where is Riley going?
He realized we needed to sync up a little bit.
I didn't notice that Riley skipped a couple of checks in Spirit before.
Yeah, I didn't either, but that does make sense, the ZL checks.
Yeah, it makes sense to full clear Spirit here. Maybe the sunblock room is also one thing he still has to do. Might also have done it as a child, I think.
Yeah. Dins was in Spirit as well.
I believe Riley once said that as long as your path hints are ambiguous, you want the full clear. Why he's full clearing Spirit first.
Yep.
So although they are almost high-fiving each other in this area, the difference between the runners is actually quite big. playing Requiem once more. So where does he go next then?
Might be checking the Great Fairy out here. This is Great Fairy.
Oh, right. Riley went to DGG from the front using Eponas. Indeed, he needs to do the fairy still.
Yep. Hey, another bomb bag. I think. Of course, the stream just froze for me.
It's a bomb bag indeed.
Maybe.
So while Alfalfa is taking care of Turnrova for finally a second medallion. So Riley might be heading back to GTG. I don't know where else he might be going. Maybe he's doing hammer rocks. Maybe he wants to double check the maze. Maybe we haven't seen it clearly. He cannot do toilet yet. And indeed, Valley is foolish. Thanks again for reminding me.
Yep. Oh, he's going for the chest, I think, on top of the fortress.
It's slightly surprising that he didn't get it earlier, although he didn't have the Scarecrow set.
That Twin Rover fight was very clean coming from Alfalfa.
Yeah, Alfalfa is showing that he is normally no joke. Just it didn't work out so far for him, the seed. We just crossed the 100-minute mark.
Yes, we did.
With 2 items from Go, or at least two items of which we don't know the location yet from Go. Excluding the light arrows.
You know, that reminds me. Shout out to the trackers. You guys are killing it.
Yeah, the trackers are on top of everything. There hasn't been a single omission. So Alfalfa is just going to follow Riley in his footsteps for the next maybe half an hour, maybe the next 20 minutes.
Yep.
that just shows how much of a lead Riley has accumulated over the.
It does make me wonder if Alfalfa's going to full clear Shadow before going toward Kokiri.
Well, he actually needs the song from Goma to continue.
Oh, that's a good point.
So a mandatory double dip of Shadow.
Of course.
And also a mandatory bottom of the well dip without ZL. This seed is not really good for your intuition. You don't wanna go to dungeon if you cannot full clear it. Although the seed requires it a couple of times already.
Yeah, I know. Already a couple times. Last thing we need is to double dip water. Somehow.
Yeah, so there's actually one item I forgot for the go mode items. We still need irons or gold scale, but we actually do know where one of the items is.
And it's locked by the other item.
Indeed, the gold scale is locked by irons in Tactile Grotto. That's actually the third item we need for go mode. I'm gonna quickly grab some water to stay hydrated. I suggest to everyone who is thirsty to do the same.
Definitely. Water. It's just good for you. Kokiri is in Shadow. Fairly deep in Shadow, too.
With Riley picking up his 17th skull, so when he's done with Forest, as far as he wants to go in, he's able to do 20 skull check. Riley will probably just full clear Forest Temple. There's not much other places that are more interesting to do for him. It is a good 15-minute investment.
Yep.
He does want to go back for the big key, so that shows his intentions. And Alfalfa is on 19 skulls, so he will also be able to do the 20 skulls check after he's done with Shadow.
Yep. I wonder if there is something good on in Forest, especially since Alfalfa already cleared some of it.
didn't see the exact moment when alfalfa left, but I can imagine that he finished the courtyard at least and then left.
Yep. But I could imagine something being on Phantom Ganon, and that would just be annoying.
Someone did call a long shot on Phantom Ganon, but that is of course not possible, given what we know.
Could be progression to long shot, I guess.
It could be definitely the claim check or the prescription or the frogs. Indirectly that would mean the long shot. I believe Riley has not checked OGC yet. So, do you have any favorite dungeons, Malware?
Favorite dungeon?
For watching
great.
play?
I actually really enjoy watching how these runners do. Spirit is just, I don't know, Spirit's a little annoying to me, having to go back between adult and child. But, actually, I kind of find that, I know the meme is like Water Temple's annoying, but I like the aesthetic of Water Temple at least.
Yeah, I disagree with you on the Spirit part of your story. I actually like Spirit, also because of the aesthetics, but also because of all the nice tricks you can do.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm coming in from like hardly any experience in the game perspective.
So did you come back to the game after playing it as a child, or did you just recently pick it up?
Yeah, I played it as a kid. Obviously a lot of fun. It's probably my most known Zelda game, but obviously I don't know a lot of like speedrunning techniques or anything of that nature. When it comes down to it, my favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask, actually.
Oh, that's actually one of the Zelda games I still have to complete on the vanilla. Vanilla, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the game. Riley seems to be almost at the point where alfalfa might have failed. And alfalfa is about to pick up his Kokiri sword after beating the mummies. Let's see how much he enjoys picking up this item here.
Just absolutely thrilled.
Cleverly setting the shortcut because he knows he needs to get back here shortly.
Good plan. I'm pretty surprised that we're 2 hours in and we are not even close to go mode still. Still looking for irons.
It's always hard to say. Sometimes you just find 2 or 3 good items in a row, as we just saw in Spirit. But indeed, it looks more and more like we are in for maybe in 1 more hour. At least we don't have to go into fire today. So Alfalfa might be deciding to pick up the fire arrows, although he doesn't really need it anymore.
No.
And he opts to skip those.
Going for Child Domain.
I don't mind a little detour to Child Domain.
Might be a little trolly. Oh, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that I don't think we have seen Frogs 1 yet.
No, we haven't. But it might be a little interesting to see Rudo's letter around here.
Certainly possible. But yeah, skipping that check in order to just go to Deco is of course very sensible too.
Yep. I see, he's checking the Goron.
In the meanwhile, Riley is making his way through forests, getting the gamer shot, I think.
There's a big chest in here.
Don't deceive me, there's again
man,
a big chest on the checkerboard.
that is a fantastic find for Riley.
That's not really the order in which we wanted to find our items, but irons is definitely needed to beat this game. Now the option that the claim check or any of the related items is in water is definitely possible, so we have to double dip that as well.
Yep.
So yesterday we were talking about the race, and then I mentioned that the bottle was the way of the hero, because the MVP of the game, because of the skulls and because of the ice play. So what item would be the MVP of this seed?
Ooh. I guess
It could have been the bow or the strength that Alfalfa was missing all along.
I think that might be it.
I would definitely go for the strength, just because the second strength in GTG is so much more powerful then. Although you also need the bow in order to get that check. So maybe it's the bow.
Maybe it was Vanilla Song of Storms was the most important item of all.
Good one, Ponsari, the juice. Or just vanilla bombs. Yeah, the seed has brought us a lot. Riley just been cruising, Alfalfa just been missing out on all the important items, unfortunately all.
Oh. Just barely got tagged by that Skulltula.
Yeah, this Skulltula is actually the worst. Yeah, if we allow songs to be MVPs as well, then Storms definitely is the MVP of this seed. Most valuable song.
Yeah, fire is hinted foolish. Unfortunately. We all want to see those deep fire plays.
Yeah, no one will be entering fire this.
I actually think I missed that chest and forest.
Riley making quick work of Phantom Ganon, although we didn't really get the one side. I'm just actually thinking that maybe checking some more hint stones might be worth, because we're still missing one of the path hints. If it happens to hint one of our items, then it's potentially be big.
This could be our hint. Nope.
We don't have a hint from Morpha yet. So maybe it's worth going to an area with some hint stones. Maybe ice. Maybe check back of lake, even. I would really love to see that play right now.
Yeah, definitely.
There have definitely been cases where the seed has been won just by checking back of lake hints.
Now, even though Riley's probably going to get water done. Oh, actually can't get done because of long shot.
He will be getting his info on how far in water he can get.
Definitely. Could be a bottle in here, which would a nice Rudo letter.
For sure, yeah, it's likely that we find something here. What else is left in the game? A couple of those bottom of the well checks. We have seen chickens already.
Yep.
Ice is not even in logic, so at this point I also wouldn't recommend going there. With so few items for your go mode. There's a time to stay in logic, and there are times when it's just go anywhere you want. We did not see Yeet Rock, no. Stone Force is 80% required. I like that phrase.
Yep. And we haven't seen either fairy, I believe, in at Hyrule Castle. So there's Stone Toss, and there's Vanilla Child as well. But
I'm also not entirely sure whether Riley has done the fairies in Trail and Crater. He was rushing CL checks at some point, so I might have missed that.
Yeah, I guess he's done them both.
Just what would we be without the chat always pointing out the things that we missed?
Yeah, shout out to chat.
Oh, that's actually an insane peak. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, me neither.
I also haven't seen what the peak was, if it was bigger.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell. I didn't realize there was an actual peak going on. Nice.
I also wasn't sure where to look. So maybe there's another opportunity for chat to help us out. So this was actually the first time I saw someone do this peak. Maybe the strategy has now been spoiled, and it could have also been used for later rounds.
There's Light Arrow. I'm headed. Sorry.
Yeah, it's always tricky to
I keep
mention
forgetting.
those items, yes.
I apologize. Hang head in shame. Actually, you know, I'll just say all of them now. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, we will definitely, without a doubt, find that long shot somewhere. Spoilers.
G4 comes at this point. Okay, let's have a quick look at alfalfa, making short work of Bongo.
Really nice stuff.
Very close. Would love to see some quick spin strats for the keyboard player. Don't ask me how, but apparently FMZ Gun, who is not participating in the bracket stage, is able to pull it off.
Yep. Well, now for all intents and purposes, our runners are tied?
Clearly. Just alfalfa just needs to get his irons.
Yes.
Then we're basically tied, right?
Might be tough to dip back into forest for him, but...
This is our best opportunity to hype up this match again.
Yeah.
Riley showing off another cool peeking strat here.
Zelda's Lullaby, probably the least required song in this entire game, right? They only use it once, maybe twice.
Yeah, besides traversing with the boat, I don't think it led to anything so far. Although we did need to change the water level a couple of times.
Yeah, of course. Just turn the hover boots up to maximum so you can keep hovering.
And we see Riley on his way to Dark Link, of all places.
Yeah, for this this race, all they have to do is find the 6 medallions to get into Ganon's castle, and then obviously defeat Ganon. So whatever items are required to get there, with the dungeons being randomized, or where the medallions are located being randomized.
That looks like a big chest.
That's essentially it.
Just the Goron tunic this time. So close to the items you actually need. Okay, let's think about all the checks that we have left in the game.
Furores, okay. Oh, we're yeeting a rock, I think, over on Alfalfa's side.
Alfalfa indeed on the way to the rock. Is that his way out here to make it an even race again?
About to show off those massive biceps. Impressive core strength.
And unfortunately, it's just a bomb refill.
Typical.
That would have been a good opportunity for alfalfa to get back, although we do know that he needs to get back to forest for his irons. If rupee count was anything to go by, then the race is extremely close.
Yes, rupee percent.
It's Riley having the opportunity to farm a bit more.
First, the 500 rupees wins. I can see that race.
Yeah, wallet percent. Some more soldiers for Riley.
I wonder what. Oh, I see. He's doing more Zora checks, I think. I mean, ZL checks.
I'm imagining that Riley is down to his last couple of adult checks, and then he might go back child for maybe some Serious checks, bottom of the well, perhaps chickens, which we know is dead.
Yep.
Maybe frogs. One I haven't seen. At least I don't remember having it seen.
No, I think alfalfa was around that area, but never went down that way.
So even if alfalfa would be doing exactly the things he needs right now, I'm still not sure that he's able to win this one. Riley just has a couple of checks in logic.
I'm trying to remember, where would the... I know we have Minuet on CAC or Burning CAC, and we have Bolero on OOT. Where would Song of Time be?
It must be ice then.
Oh yeah, it's ice. Exactly.
So there you get to see the other ferry in our castle.
That's good. Good check.
This one has been in logic for quite some time. Alfalfa Field is farming a lot of rupees here. That is a very interesting play. That's definitely for King Zora money.
I think so.
It's actually the first time I'm noticing that Riley has only one wallet and Alfalfa has two wallets. So which wallet did I miss?
Oh, I'm trying to remember exactly. I think one of them was in GTG, which they both have, I believe.
Yeah, so where was the other wallet then that Alfalfa also has? A river wallet, okay.
Ah, yes. Yep.
So that is possibly one element that could bring Alfalfa back in the game. Although with such few checks left on Riley's side, he won't be last locationing that for much longer.
We're still looking for Rudo's letter. And
the trade quest item for
the trade quest
Longshot.
item for Longshot. Yep. And we're going to be seeing those last few bottom of the well checks, I think.
That would be a repetition of a game that was played very recently, where bottom of the well double dip was required. Or maybe not required, but yeah.
That's been the theme of this entire seed today. Double dip every dungeon.
Yeah, everything has to be double dipped so far, yes. Well, not everything, but a good portion of the dungeons.
Nearly everything.
Although double dipping is not that rare in this game.
Ooh. The best. Ice arrows. Nice arrows. That's a hint to going to ice without a doubt, right?
Sorry, I was offline for a couple of seconds again. Should be back now.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, ice is letter locked, you're right, but it's a hint that good things are in the frozen place. Maybe. Definitely. What a find for alfalfa.
That's the game being extremely funny.
Wow.
Holy shit.
What a good find.
So that's at least something that alfalfa has over Riley at the moment. Riley still needs a couple of minutes to be able to do the same. Always unfreeze your future father-in-laws, yeah. Okay, so how long does Riley need to waste for alfalfa to still have a good chance?
Ooh. Well, with the long shot, he can now clear water, correct?
That's correct. You will also be able to, yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, there's something on Morpha. Imagine letter on Morpha, that would be wild.
Yeah, it has been an extremely wild ride so far, with all the items in extremely bad locations. And then a sudden boost of items in Spirit.
Eye drops were on unfreezing the King's Aura. An absolutely incredible find.
Every time you think you have seen it all, then this game still manages to surprise you. Okay, Riley is going to lose another couple of minutes here on the chicken's play. Looks like it's going to be a last location wallet, and then also a last location eye drops.
Seems like it. Oh, but I just realized Alfalfa still needs to dip into forest to get his irons.
He definitely needs another, is it 5-6 minutes in forest to get his irons.
So it's not over. This is still a good race, I think. Been a real good race.
It's somehow starting to get a race again. As if he goes to forest quickly, then it might still be an exciting finish. Alfalfa kind of hard last location in the first bow, where Riley's letting there for the eye drops.
Unfortunately, fire is foolish. You got a hint for that. Or barren, which was even worse.
Yeah, foolish and barren are just synonyms.
Right.
Riley finishing up the chickens. Alfalfa, where are you going?
I don't think he's done adult shooting yet.
It's not even in logic right now. He's down to a couple of checks. He knows. He knows it must be river at this moment.
Right. Yep.
So the chain for him is like 3 more items. First the wallet, then the eye drops, and then the long shot. He will get them all in quick succession. Forest.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Alfalfa already has been into forest for a little ways. Might be tough to make that decision go back.
This is the first time we're seeing Frogs 1, so maybe Ruto's letter is just here. That may be bad for Riley.
Unfortunately, his stream froze for me.
Very unfortunate for me indeed.
Oh man.
I'm not having the most of luck this week with runner being freezing on important checks. Actually very important that he doesn't lose the chicken.
I think he has. They have boomerang though. I guess can you grab those?
Actually, I always forget that you might get that check with the boomerang. Indeed. This is a possible oh no moment for Riley, because now he realizes that he might try some fire. Sorry, I was offline again for a few seconds there.
Oh, good. I'm just enjoying the race. I'm trying to remember if Alfalfa did all of the child checks. I think he did. While he was at Domain.
I'm not sure that Alfalfa did the rupee minigame, the diving minigame.
He might not have.
I think he just checked the torches and then left.
Yeah, I definitely remember the torches. Oh, these are saying he did though.
Alfalfa does have Furor's point, so he could just place Furor's in the checkerboard room and come back later if he needs to. But with lights, arrows, and Ruto still available for him, he might continue to Phantom Ganon. So after Riley has done the minigame, how much checks does he have left, the child? Might just be beeline to King Zora now.
I think so. It was a quiver.
I'm quite sure that we haven't seen that on Alfalfa's side. It definitely starts to look like a seed where ice is only in logic after you are in go mode.
Definitely.
If letter was in ice, then I think the seed needs to be replayed.
Yeah, that would just do it again. Reset, everyone do it again.
Oh, poor Reniel.
Yeah, I really want to see the Water Temple locking Ruto letter.
Yeah, the longer it takes to find letter, the higher the chances that the text is no longer readable because the letter broke down.
It's been 7 long years sitting in a puddle of water. Meanwhile, one of our trackers, Diesler, is having an existential crisis.
seeds like these do bring up the bigger life questions. I'm at least glad that we somehow still have managed to get a sort of a race. It looked like it was a clean sweep for Riley like an hour ago, but now I wouldn't be able to call it.
Definitely.
Riley is most likely still ahead, but it's a lot less clear than it was before.
Certainly narrowed the gap with that long shot.
There's Riley on his way to King Zora. He will be getting the message that the item was just sort of vanilla.
That would be cool. A synced water temple.
I'm not entirely sure which checks Riley does have left in water. He can probably just go to the boss immediately. I'm not sure if Rutos can be anywhere else than the Morphrite at the moment. We indeed haven't seen Shoot the Sun. That's true. We are all hoping that Alfalfa now sets for Roar's Wind and bails.
There's the plan.
And that's what he does.
Nicely done.
We still have a race, people. I'm not seeing a timer on Riley's screen. Is that actually intended? Oh, he just needs to end it in immediately. Yeah, doesn't have to go to the lab guy first.
Right.
There's actually a good chance that we see synchronous Morph fights.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Alfalfa makes it through to find those light arrows.
He does make the play for the light arrows, which is good news
Perfect.
for Alfalfa. Having a little bit of trouble opening the chest.
One of these rolls will make it. There it is.
There you go.
This has certainly become a race.
Despite everything, it looks like Riley is still earlier to the boss than Alfalfa Field.
Yep.
But who would have expected this after, let's say, 1.5, 2 hours in the game? That's why we're here, folks, to see these exciting races unfold.
This has been a real good one. They're both very good at this game.
There's a small mishap on Riley's side, which can be costly, given how close the runners are.
I think the big question is, if Ruto's letter is not either of these checks, where could it be? It almost has to be at this point.
It must be in water, right? I don't think there's any other checks left. Oh, it can still be toilet, maybe. We have irons now.
Oh, maybe, yep.
I haven't counted the keys. Okay, it can be toilet. Oh yeah, Song of Time indeed. I forgot about that. Time to find out whether Ruto's letter was put into the seed on a place that's actually accessible. Don't do this to us, Riley. Don't stutter at the most important moment of the game.
Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is.
Kek, W.
Incredible.
I have no words for this.
I love the
I'm
scene.
going home. You take over from here, Malware.
Oh boy.
I'm
Okay.
out of here.
Oh, shouldn't you already be home?
Good point, good point. Let's just finish the race together.
Yes.
This is definitely turning into a classic. Last location, both of the bow and the strength. He might just have the lead here. Then again, he might also not have gone for the slightly desperate play to gamble everything on King Zora.
I don't know. Baronade's really hard to fight, though. Die at least like 3,000 to 4,000 times.
We have to give credit here to Alfalfa for making it a good race after all the misfortune that happened in the first half of the race.
Certainly. Alfalfa did really well catching up here.
So it's not necessarily Paradox letter, although the Ruto's letter is locked behind King Zora. They could have scouted that Rudolph's letter earlier, indeed. None of the runners opted to check the sun earlier, so it was never in logic.
Yep. Yeah, we are definitely in go mode for both of our runners.
They actually started with with Sun Song, so. Yeah, what if Riley is on the boss fight and his stream just freezes for like 2 minutes and then Alfalfa beats Cannon first?
We'll never know.
How do we count that? At least both runners get to go mode Jabu, because Alfalfa also found his light arrows on time.
Definitely. Oh no, this was a pretty good seed. Pretty difficult seed, to be honest.
It's yeah, this is a very complicated seed, and one small mistake or 2 small mistakes can.
Yeah,
just everything worked out for Riley. Just finding that strength in bottom of the well when he dipped without the ZL, without the bombs.
Yep.
Then again, he also managed to route in Kokiri Forest, Storm Squirrel for his first bow. And these 2 items just launched Riley to the seed. And it's telling that you can clearly see that Alfalfa is an accomplished player and clearly able to compete with the best. And he's only the seed 45. That shows how much good runners we have in the community.
Definitely. Very strong player, especially on mouse and keyboard too. Like, it's not mouse, but keyboard.
Yes, if this was a keyboard tournament, he would be seed 2 after Fabio. Imagine that, Season 6 keyboard rule set. To shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be down to see in a keyboard tournament. The real question is, when is the Guitar Hero guitar tournament?
Yeah, are you into Guitar Hero?
No, just you know, like how Dark Souls has to have every controller to beat the game.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah, maybe we can play Zuda with the guitar.
Let's try that next time. Wait a minute.
There's some excitement in the chat because Alfalfa and maybe also Riley have been spotted.
So it clearly took a very long time to beat this game from now.
We are watching this with a 20-minute delay, so... At least we can tell that they didn't die to Ganon 1,000 times.
No, they'd be watching my stream if that was happening.
It makes me glad that both of these runners show up in the stream, because that means that they're not too gutted, depending on who won and who lost, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're still in good spirits. That's what we like to see. Good sportsmanship.
Without a doubt. It has been a really good race.
Yeah, it had everything from big leads to close calls. Riley coming up for the last boss fight before Ganon's. Do we get to see a clean Baronade?
Making it look incredibly easy. For now. Until it freezes for me.
Yeah, up to the leg, it's as clean as it gets.
Yep.
Gotta work on those bingo cards, Dieseler. Just needing 3 more squares.
Was double dipping about 8 dungeons? 8 of all the dungeons? Was that part of the bingo squares?
No, but it will be soon, because it's starting to become a thing.
Awesome.
So which dungeons did we need to double dip today? We
Definitely Shadow.
Shadow, I guess Spirit as well.
Spirit as well.
One player double dipped Forest.
Another
Water.
Yep, double dip water.
Some of those were not really required. You didn't really get around not to do double dipping. And there in the end game you can also maybe see a slight execution advantage on Riley's side. I believe the lead wasn't as big as it was a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Demon Crusher, the way Alfalfa caught up was finding the eye drops on King Zora.
He managed to skip a lot of checks just because he was gambling, maybe not gambling, just going for it. And that happened to have progression.
And of course that led to Long Shot, which was a hint.
Riley just making meat of the Lisalfos that are broadcasted on alfalfa stream, from his personal stream. Riley taking a bit of a gamble there with the knuckles.
Took a big hit, but I'm assuming seemingly fine.
Yeah, with the double defense, it's a easy game.
Fine.
So much things happening in this heat, I don't even know where to start the interview once it happens.
I know. It was relatively straightforward in the beginning. A couple of path deviations.
Yeah, it was straightforward once you find the strength in the bow.
Right. Yeah, I think generally it was just pathing differences.
Alfalfa using Link to the Past threads in Ganon's Castle. Interesting. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Link to the Past, but sometimes you drop your bombs there just to make the menuing easier later.
Oh, because it swaps off from the bombs,
Because
right?
it removes from the menu, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's have a look at Riley's Ganon.
Yeah.
Very clean zero cycle, one cycle. Not easy to do when you're on such high pressure. Riley up for the last battle of this game. I'm wondering, Virgil, if August would keep holding on to the Here's Ganon during the lag. Would be a very long Here's Ganon.
I'll stop.
And once the lag finishes, he's down one phase.
His stream just wanted us to check out Princess Zelda for a little bit longer, you know?
Put your GGs into the chat for Mr. Riley, finishing in approximately 2:59.
Sub 3 hour with this one. GG's.
Very well, very deserved win. GG's. That was quite something. Welcome, Riley and Alfalfa Field.
Yeah,
GG's to you both.
Oh, hello. Thank you for interview.
Great
The GG's alfalfa.
GG.
So, how are you guys feeling? What the seed that was?
Yeah, that was something for sure. I didn't like. There's a lot of things I didn't really expect to happen to see that went the way it did, but you know, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm proud of how I played today. I think I did as well as I could have. Maybe not quite as well as I could have, but like I'm pleased with how I played, and yeah, it was a tough seed.
It was definitely solid performances from both of you. Like, mechanics were all there without a doubt. The only differences were like early pathing decisions. Like Riley, you went into bottom of the well without bombs, and I thought you like cleared most of all you could as child, then went to adult kind of thing. Like that was the biggest difference.
Yeah, I had a game plan going, and I felt like my best chance of success was to be really thorough. I know, like sometimes that can cost a lot of time, but I felt like that was what could possibly give me an edge. So I cleared as much of child as I could. It didn't really pay off, and I was feeling kind of down about it. But I did get Requiem early, so I don't know if that helped.
Yeah, so from what we could see from here, is the big difference in the early game was the bow on Fury of Storm's Grotto, and also the strength, of course, in bottom of the well.
Yep.
Bow hurt when I found it. Oh man, that hurt.
Yeah, I got that in my first trip to Tier 4, so didn't have an issue with that.
And then those irons in forest were unfortunate as well.
Yeah, I mean, all the force was DL locked after getting DL and chasing the GG path to Baronade. That was like the best location for me, so that's why I went there pretty much as soon as I got ZL.
Yeah, I was chasing ZL luck checks as well, but the wallet was in the back of my mind as a potential path to Baronade thing. So I thought I'd melt King Zora before I did Forest, and then I got that hint like, oh, Spirit's the path of Morpha. My irons are probably there ZL locked, and then I had to walk all the way back to Forest again. That was a tough hike.
Yeah. So I didn't have that second wallet, so like I never really like, okay, I only have one wallet, so why would I bother even like going out of my way for that? So I basically put off King Zora as my last check in the game. So
yeah, I believe that wallet was the last check you had in the game, and then that opened up more.
River Domain was the last 6 checks I had in my game, and then I got the wallet. I'm like, okay, like that was KZE, but I still did domain just in case, and then obviously. It was a bit scary, but it still worked out.
Yeah, we have to give you credit as well, Alfalfa Field. You didn't manage to win, but at some point it looked like you had almost like a half an hour progression. You were behind like half an hour, and you managed to make it a very close race in the end.
Yeah, I honestly I felt like I was behind after the first hour. I was hoping I would find something on an out of the way check and just sort of like lean into whatever that was for an advantage, and I really didn't. So I just tried to focus on like executing as well as possible, routing as cleanly as possible. I think I could have routed a little better in a couple of places, but overall, yeah, I played the kind of game that I wanted to play today. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, and it was a really fun race to watch too.
I'm sorry about the frame dropping though. That must have killed a bit of it, but. Oof.
Yeah, there were some moments where you were opening an important check, and then the lag was exactly on the moment where we could see the item.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a look in the future a little bit. Possibly your co-op buddy Goomba waiting in the next round. How do you feel about that?
I'll see when I get there, but yeah, playing Goomba obviously would be really, really fun. Since we played co-op together, and I want to kick his ass, but I took one match at a time. So yeah, like credits like Alfalfa. Like this was a super close race. Like obviously every opponent's super hard, and every match is going to be super challenging. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next round, and good luck in the losers, Alfalfa.
Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll see each other in the finals.
Weasel told me the same thing, so.
Oh well, I got a bone to pick with Weasel.
Yeah.
Okay, once
definitely.
again,
GG's.
GG's to you both. It was a very exciting watch, and I wish you both the best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for the restream.
Yeah.
GG's, Riley.
Yep. GG's.
Yeah, thank you both. So coming up later today, we have I closed the sheet. We have another race happening at 7:20 Eastern. And right now, want to say thank you again to our Matt and to our trackers as well, Tenacious Toad and Diesler, for making this race possible. The restream possible, because this was very, very cool, very fun to watch. Thank you all. And we're going to be going over to the Silver Gauntlets, who are holding a Challenger Cup race right now. So thank you all for being here.